Hey, Patrick Franklin here with Six Star Lacrosse. Today we're going to teach you guys how to make a weighted lacrosse shaft, which we'll be using in all of our fall Dallas practices. So for starters, you're going to need a shaft, screwdriver, tape, paper towel, some plumber's putty, some sand, and most importantly, a funnel, because it's going to get messy. Working with a True Alloy 2.0 right now. So here we go. You're going to start by securing the bottom of the shaft with a little bit of tape under the butt end, and then you're going to want to secure the butt end with a little bit more tape on the outside. So once you've gotten a piece of tape that you think will do the trick, just go ahead and secure it. It's really important that you make sure to apply a lot of pressure here, because you really don't want any of this sand to seep out or for there to be any reason for this tape to come undone. So what I like to do is just give it the old double go. So I'm taping it just two times. Boom. Next thing you're going to want to do is get your funnel. We picked up this seed scoop from Lowe's. It has an attachment where you can actually close it, which will make filling this thing a lot easier. So once you get your sand, you're just going to let that puppy roll and fill up your lacrosse shaft. A little editor's note here, I would recommend getting sandbox sand. It's a little bit less coarse, a little bit more finely cut, and that way you'll ensure that the shaft is as heavy as possible, and it's a little bit easier to work with. Once you've filled up the shaft with sand, a good rule of thumb would be right about there. You're going to want to take a square roll of paper towel so that we can make sure that we get a little snug fit for our plumber's putty. I'm going to go ahead and roll mine. That's just the way I do it, but you want to make sure that you get it nice and snug because of how thin the lacrosse shaft is. I'm just going to want to jam that puppy down in there. Next step will be to get our plumber's putty in there. Once you've gotten the paper towel roll secured in there, I'm going to start with your plumber's putty. Can be a little bit unwieldy, hard to work with, but just take the plumber's putty, jam that sucker in there, and kind of just mat it down with your fingers. If the hole is too deep, you can always just use foreign object. But I think I'm kind of a pro at this, so I've pretty much finessed it to a point here. One last thing you want to make sure of is that the plumber's putty is lower than the screw hole. I mean, you can screw through that, but it's just kind of a mess you want to avoid if you can. Boom. So now that you got your plumber's putty in place, you can go ahead and just screw the head on. Get a cute dog just like this. It will aid you in the process.
You've been such a good boy, Texas. You've been such a good boy.
And if he's being a good boy, you gotta tell him. And we're just gonna secure his bad boy on. Yeah, so as you can see, things all done and ready to go play.